Since the middle of 2020, everyone from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have hot-listed commodities as their preferred asset class over the next decade. Fast forward to today, and it's now firmly on track to be the third consecutive year that has seen a total of 27 commodities ranging from the metals to energies to agriculture, tallying up double to triple digit gains, outperforming every other asset class out there. And this could just be the beginning. Last week, a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, they raised their price forecast for the year ahead and advised their clients to shift away from stocks and bonds and diversify into commodities ready for 2024. JP Morgan, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, they believe the risk reward in equities and bonds is now heavily skewed to the downside, whilst on the flip side, the global macroeconomics and geopolitical events that are currently unfolding right now, they make commodities the most appealing and present the most attractive risk reward right now as we head into the end of the year and into 2024. Put another way, the growing consensus on Wall Street is avoid stocks and bonds and put that money into commodities now, ready to capitalize on the next big leg higher. Now, there's no denying that today's highly macro-driven markets, they are fueling one of the greatest wealth transfers that we have seen. This is presenting savvy traders with back-to-back money-making opportunities on a daily basis, everything from rapidly rising US debt concerns to the global energy shock 2.0 to an escalating global food crisis, which is sending agricultural prices skyrocketing to all-time record highs. And just in case that wasn't exciting enough, traders are now on the cusp of being gifted with even more lucrative money-making opportunities, with growing expectations that central banks around the world, they are done hiking rates, with the markets now pricing in for the first time a rate cut by the second quarter of 2024. This cocktail of explosive events, which traders will not want to miss out on, that is going to be a license to print money and drive market sentiment throughout the final stretch of the year and well into next year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make the rest of 2023 and beyond your best ever, then you've just been granted the ultimate opportunity. Last week, a normal week for the markets, that became something extraordinary after the closely watched consumer price and producer price inflation data that gave traders a green light to declare that the Federal Reserve's fight against inflation, that was finally over. US producer price inflation that cooled off in October, reversing a 3-month trend that has seen the cost of energy push up prices. The producer price index that fell 0.5% on a monthly basis, that's the largest monthly drop since April of 2020. Meanwhile, a day earlier, US consumer price inflation that also fell more than expected to 3.2% in October. That's the first decline in 4 months. Now, the Federal Reserve, they held its benchmark interest rate steady at 22-year highs this month. Traders have put the likelihood of another rate hike at 30% just before the PPI and CPI data releases, but on Wednesday that had been priced out altogether. Instead, they moved to ratchet up the likelihood of a rate cut now, with a prospect of a rate cut by March soaring to 23% on Monday to 86% by Wednesday's close. In fact, we're seeing the market narrative now shift from focus of higher for longer interest rates to bigger than expected rate cuts into 2024. So as savvy traders know, the bigger the rate cut, the more bullish we see for commodity prices. So if history is anything to go by, then the new shift in narrative is almost certainly going to set the stage for higher commodity prices to hit new record highs in the coming weeks and months ahead. According to UBS, the Fed, they will start cutting rates as soon as March next year, on the expectation that the US economy that will slide into recession by the second quarter, and this in turn that will prompt the central bank to cut rates by 275 basis points next year, with the terminal rate plunging to 1.25% by early 2025. Morgan Stanley, they also anticipate deeper cuts starting in June of 2024, whilst Goldman Sachs, they see the first 25 basis point rate cut in the fourth quarter of 2024, followed by one cut per quarter through to mid-2026. While there's no doubt the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate policy that garners significant market attention, there is a lot more macroeconomic factors at play right now which could present huge bullish tailwinds for commodity prices ahead. Many of the world's leading Wall Street economists, they also suggest that traders, they should pay very close attention to America's swelling and unstoppable level of national debt, which could quickly escalate into the next global financial crisis. Right now, we have crisis on top of crisis, which, as traders know, that translates to opportunity on top of opportunity. Whilst commodities, they certainly don't need a crisis to move higher, they definitely love a crisis. This is the time that traders, they wait decades for. It is times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. And as we move through the final quarter of 2023, we are firmly in one of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. If you want to successfully navigate the markets and capitalize on the huge opportunities ahead and build significant life-changing wealth, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach. If you know how to connect the dots and position yourself in the right place at the right time, ready to capitalize on the huge money-making opportunities that are currently unfolding, then you'll make a fortune and build substantial, life-changing wealth. Banks, hedge funds, they're making multi-billions capitalizing on the week-to-week macro-driven opportunities, and it's not so different for our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures so far this year, and we still have another 45 trading days left to go. In fact, all of our clients, they've already been fully briefed, prepped, and ready to make the final quarter of the year their biggest and best yet. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make the final quarter of 2023 and beyond your best yet, then go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you will ever make. Your future, it is created by what you do today. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into a new week. So the first point to be aware of here is that we have seen that massive slingshot break out to the upside across multiple metals and energies last week. Everything from platinum to crude oil to palladium, massive buy opportunities over the last week as we discussed with you. Platinum, essentially, it has been a massive buy opportunity every time we've dipped back below $900 per ounce. We built into multiple positions on the break all the way back down towards the 850 level here, and that's been a fantastic opportunity to capitalize in the last week. So we started to bank on strength, bank partial profits, protect all of those trades. We're seeing similar now on palladium. It's now playing catch up. In fact, palladium prices, they broke out from low to high 10% last week, reclaiming very fast back above $1,000 per ounce. We're currently back at $1,060 per ounce. Now, crude oil, we've been banging the drum to you regarding this market that each time we're seeing a break back down towards the swing lows, massive buy opportunity here. We added to the position again here last week on the sell-off that we got all the way back down towards the swing lows. In fact, at the moment on Monday, crude oil is up another 1%, broke out to the upside from low to high, over 350 points there on Friday, already reclaiming back above $75 per barrel. So again, liking oil, we've added to this position in the last week. As you know, I talked you through that in detail on last week's reports too. Now moving over to the precious metals, gold and silver. So at the moment, in the short term, I do see the potential for a pullback as we get closer towards Thanksgiving, Black Friday, towards the end of this week. That would be the norm for this market. Now, as you know, we still maintain much lower positions here on gold, but we're actually playing both ways of the market at the moment. We re-established our position here, our sell short from 1,980 US dollars per ounce. We still maintain our long position as well, which is all the way down here at $1,822 per ounce. Very simply, I'm looking for a short-term play here as we get towards the end of the week, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and so forth, end of month profit taking. Looking for a dip lower, especially on silver here and gold in the coming days. And then my expectation is you're going to start seeing this market really start to build momentum as you head towards the end of the month and into the month of December as well, which can be a fantastic time of year to really capitalize on the precious metals. However, we've also built into multiple trades here on platinum, palladium, oil to really benefit from the current pump that we're seeing to the upside. Again, the bigger the sell-off, the bigger the rally. Massive opportunities here on crude oil in the last week where it broke down to 6-month lows, all the way down to $72 per barrel. We've already reclaimed back above $76.60 per barrel here. Liking the trade here, I've also seen many hedge funds and money managers. They've been further liquidated on the breakout to the downside here, which again, this is what typically happens here. You need to take out a price swing low, liquidate all of the hedge funds, money managers, retail, stop losses and so forth, and then you get that slingshot move higher. Very very similar playbook to what we've seen on Palladium recently. Also, Platinum 2 broke back below the price swing lows. Then after it done a washout of all of the retail stops, hedge funds and money managers. Then it has the slingshot move higher. Hence, this is rinse and repeat. Buy low, sell high. This is how you really want to capitalize on the markets right now. And again, just in the very short term, I am looking for some pressure to the downside on gold and silver as we get closer towards Thanksgiving, towards the end of the week. But then I'm looking for a rotation higher once we transition into the month of December. And whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that's to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions and, most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy and certainty. There's a massive gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis and gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% and into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort, and you'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, then you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive research-driven approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks, the hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds where they're buying and selling in real time, alongside the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, alongside the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. As we head into the final quarter of the year, we are in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation the world has seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money-making opportunities ahead and build significant, life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, then you need to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders and take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will get in touch with you ASAP.